So when I was younger, I thought I was a really good child. Actually, I thought I was an angel. And to be honest, I was a really good sister as well, because I was always up for taking the blame for whatever my sister had done, because she would always persuade me with like a Cadbury's cream egg or something. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Also, she was 6 and I was 4, so I was like, okay. So one day, no, actually, do you know what? This time it wasn't me or my sister. One day we was in our room, just playing with our games, our Disney stuff, and we hear my mum and Shad, which is my stepdad, talking in the front room. And we're like, oh, what's going on? They call us in, and we're like, yeah. And they say, there's £20 gone missing. And we're like, so? And they're like, can you help us find it? And we're like, okay. So I'm really trying to find it, and my sister's just dossing about. And I don't even know what she's doing, looking in the mirror and stuff. And there's me, like, looking under the sofa, looking in the drawers, everywhere. And then my mum, she points at me, and she's like, you, I know you've stole it. I'll call the police if you don't give it to me. And I'm like, what? What do you mean, a 4-year-old stole your money? So I'm looking everywhere, and about 10 minutes go by, and I finally found it. And the relief I felt, I was like, yes, I found this. I'm not going to get told off. It was behind the sofa next to the radiator. So I take it to my mum. And I'm like, look, I found it. And she's like, come here. And I'm like, oh, she's going to give me a hug. She was like, well done. Some look outside. All right, I don't know why I'm looking outside. 2 police officers are stood outside, walking up and down the street with torches. I should say, we lived in Elm Street. My mum didn't actually call the police on me. Elm Street was a really bad place to live. But obviously, as I was 4, I was like, oh my God, they're here for me. They're going to take me away. And I was like, Sam, if you don't admit to stealing this money, the police are going to come up and they're going to take you away. I'm like, right. But I didn't steal it. And she's like, yeah, you did, I know you did. And I was like, no, I didn't. And at this point, my stepdad's gone to the front door. And I'm like, no, I haven't stole it. He pretends to knock on the door. And my mum was like, son, that's the police. We're going to let him in if you don't tell the truth. I'm like, yeah, but mum, I can't tell the truth. There's something I haven't done. I'm crying at this point. I'm like, mum, I swear on my life I didn't do this. I really didn't do this. I don't know. Why don't you believe me? I'm 4. And she's like, right, I know you've done it. And then my stepdad opens the door. And then he's like, Trey, shall I let him in? And I'm like, mum, I haven't stolen it. She's like, Sam, this is your last chance to say you stole it. And she's like, because when I said to you, I'm going to ring the police, you magically found it. And I was like, yeah, in 10 minutes. And she was like, yeah, but you could have just made that, like, you could have just been like, yeah, I'll find it in 10 minutes. And be like, yeah, I didn't steal it. So my mum was like, so are you going to admit it? And I'm like, no. And then she says, go on, let him in. And then she's like, oh, all right. And I'm like, no, wait. And she's like, what? Are you going to admit it? I'm like, well. And she's like, all right. I'm getting scared and my heart's going. I'm like, okay, I've done it. I didn't do it. I just wanted the police to go away. The police to go away. So my mum was like, go to your room. And she took £20 off me. So I went to my room and I had a little cry. And I tell her this story now. And she's like, yeah, but Sam, you did steal it. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And she's like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And this morning, I was speaking to my stepdad about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm telling a story tonight. And he's like, yeah, what's it about? And I'm like, you, see, and I stole £20. And he's like, you did steal £20. And I was like, no, I was 4. Why would I steal £20 if I'm 4? What the hell am I going to do with the £20 note? So he's like, you wasn't 4. You was in school. You was about 5 or 6. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was 5 or 6 when we moved to Brockworth. And he's like, yeah, and it happened in Brockworth. I was like, no, it didn't. It happened in Elm Street. And my mum goes, yeah, Shad, it did happen in Elm Street. And I was like, ha! My memory is better than yours. So obviously I didn't steal this £20. And my mum's like, well, if KK stole your money, my brother is 9, so he would know what to do with the £20. And she was like, if he magically stole your money and you said, I'm going to ring the police if you don't give it to you, and he finds it and he gives it to you, what are you going to think? And I was like, well, I'm going to think he stole it, but there's a difference. He's 9, nearly 10, I was 4. Basically a toddler. And she's like, no, I'm not listening to you anymore. And I'm like, okay, don't believe me, but at least my sister does. Thank you.